Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om ശരിയപ്പ ശ്രീരാം ജയ രാം ജയ ജയ രാമ ഓം ശ്രീരാം ജയ രാം ജയ ജയ രാമ ഓം श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्रीराम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम हरि ओम to everybody. प्रणाम प्रणाम प्रणाम. Yesterday we were sharing or concentrating more and more on the insights of this chapter number 2. Those who have been studying well and sharing thoughts on Bhagavad Gita, such Mahatmas used to say, the second chapter is the quintessence of the entire Gita. So it touches about the various aspects of our daily life. Just like our birth, growth, decay, disease, death, ups and downs in life, different types of characteristics we have, Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Early morning, right from the moment we get up till we retire to bed, we are involved in one type of action or another. So, which actions will help us to lead a peaceful life? Which actions hinder to lead such a life? When things happen not in the way in which we want, how to circumvent that by developing the equanimity in action, how to bring efficiency in action, like that basic fundamental thing. So we will again read out and then we will see to what extent we all get registered in that. Life's inevitable circle. Everything born will grow, decay, die. Are we in a position to accept it as a reality? This is the challenge. Handling life's high and lows, joys and sorrows, they are part of the journey. We realize, though we get disappointed, dejected, we blame others, so many. But just if we keep on watching our own life, we will find how many times this pendulum goes on like this. One day we are successful, another day we fail. One day we are happy, another day we are not happy. Think Then, behind this, in so many shlokas, he is trying to make us understand that there is a power within us, not the projected image of ourselves, which is called the spirit or Atman. The one because of which these words are now coming, the hands are moving, because of which eyes are seeing, because of which you are hearing. You know that you are sitting. Think. The power behind the sense organs. We have seen a dead body, it doesn't act, it doesn't see, it doesn't hear. It makes us to think, we were thinking God is somewhere else. The second chapter brings it very close to us, not close to us, makes us aware that it is within us. You are the undying self, the Atman is eternal, untouched by change. Discover your Swadharma. Each person has a unique role. Nobody is alike. We have to accept this reality, because each one's taste, temperament, priority, preference, likes, dislikes, rights, wrongs, are different. And we want everybody to toe in line, what we feel. So second chapter is Swadharma. Karma is inescapable. Even action is inaction is action. The moment we get up, till we retire to bed, we are unaware of all these things. So karma is inescapable. We remember here Papa's words. Nothing should be done in a slipshod, irregular, clumsy, half-hearted way. Inner beauty should be revealed in outer contact. The mind, friend or foe. It is the mind that defines joy or suffering. We are unaware. These are all the things which we are unaware, though we are living every day, experiencing every day. And the three gunas, passive, aggressive, indolent. Then we have only a right to act, not to the fruits, because that is not in our hand. That is why Papa used to say, you can plan, put a comma, subject to his will. He might allow us, he might not allow us. Shunned inaction, purposeful action is the path. Okay, whatever I do, it will bring a lot of problems, so I will not do anything. No. Gita wants us to become dynamic, creative, productive. Equanimity amidst extremes. Stay steady in gain or loss. Either we have seen or heard or experienced. How people maintain this equanimity in trying moments. They are not swayed here and there by any of these things. And that is the way to lead a peaceful life. We may not be able to 100% implement it straight away. But when we start hearing it, we start reflecting upon it. We may fail, we may forget, we may fail, we may forget, but one time we might be able to succeed. That is the purpose of going through this. Yoga is skilled in action. Anything that we do it with perfection. Right from the tiniest to the grossest. There we find, nothing is irrelevant, nothing is unimportant, nothing is insignificant. We had shared this in Satsang session, but for the sake of newcomers, we would like to repeat a simple, practical example that one of our friends observed when he went to Kanyanga town. As soon as he went there to buy something from the electronic shop, something connected with this computer and laptop. So one young man came and asked, I would like to have a pen drive. So the shopkeeper immediately gave him a cover, a container, and he said, yes, it is there. This man, unknowingly, he tore off the container and then threw it in the waste paper basket. So that person told him, the pen drive which I gave you now, it has come from the manufacturer or the main dealer, and it was this container that had protected it right from the sender's hand till it reached us. It has done its job. So you cannot throw it like that. You have to put it in the waste paper basket, no doubt. But develop this. Actually, we were stunned when he came and explained to us a few years back. They may not know they may not talk philosophy, they may not talk Bhagavad Gita. Because in one of the slokas he will say, I am there in Maya Characharam. In moving and non-moving I am there. So nothing is irrelevant. Think about it. So yoga is skill in action. Efficiency. And go beyond bookish knowledge. Mere knowledge does not liberate. All these things are in second chapter. Knowledge, when we hear something, we read something, when we hear something, when we read something, it gives us a thrill. It is coming to us in the form of knowledge that is being filed in our memory. But when the field comes before us to act, if we don't make use of it, what is the use of that knowledge? We go to school 1 year, whole year. We go through the different texts. We attend the different teachings by the teachers. We make short notes, homework, this, that. But on the examination day, you don't know the questions. You cannot touch this. No text will be available. No teacher will be available. What you have assimilated only can be reproduced. So apart from the bookish knowledge, we have to reflect, make it our own. Until such time it is a textual knowledge. It is not your knowledge. That is how the concept of exam must have come. Because assimilation, evaluation of the assimilation. And if it is there, given an opportunity, we will implement it. That is why he said, excellence with awareness is yoga. Yoga beyond bookish knowledge. Mere knowledge does not liberate. Then Sthita Prajna ideal. Steady mind at all times. Equanimity, Samatvam yogam uchyate. Very difficult. In an ashram, in a room, we can say all these things. But when we are thrown out at the family level, professional level, social level, to keep it up, it's a toughest job. But we have seen people maintaining this. Let anything happen, they will not be affected. They think coolly and then they react. Mastery over senses. Our sense organs run towards sense objects. We have no control. And that is why later it brings problems. Kurmanganiva, just as tortoise withdraws its limbs whenever there is a threat outside, we should also be, whenever there is something which will drag us away, which will make us to forget we have to immediately withdraw. We have to change the venue. We have to do something by which that the train of thought is broken there. Control of senses. All these things we try. At the same time, there is desire, anger, delusion. So many things are there in our mind. We are not aware. Or the same is there in everybody. We find in our family, in our field of profession, in our social circle, immediately they will shout. And they carry on with that, always with a negative attitude, And that Bhagavad Gita beautifully shows how a man destroys himself in this second chapter. Ashandasya kutasugam. He says, if you don't have peace, how can you have bliss or happiness? Everyone, whether they know all these things or not, they will say, automatically, peace of mind I need, Simple word. Unknowingly or knowingly, we all crave for that. Peace of mind, peace of mind, peace of mind. And if peace of mind is not there, I will not be happy. So here, Lord Krishna is pointing out, Ashantasya kutasukam. If there is no peace, where can you get? Be unshaken, face all situations with steadiness. The 70th sloka, there are 72 slokas, quite a big one. Compared to other slokas, excepting the 18th sloka, last one, either it is 20, 30, 40, 50, that's all, not more than that. But here it is 72 slokas. So in the 70th sloka he says, again repeating, though he has said it many a time, this has to be repeated. Just like the ocean receives all rivers, but it does not get disturbed. It does not grumble or complain, whether it is garbage water, whether it is salt water, whether it is this water or that water. Everything it receives, but it always remains the same level. Apuryamana madala pradishtam. And then finally in the 2 shlokas, the Lord assures us that if we try to follow all these things, we are sure to get liberated from the clutches of me and mine. You see the journey, So if we try to intensely go through and try to practice in our daily life, this is the assurance he has given. He has touched almost all facets of our life. Almost all. Not only the ups, but also the downs. different characters, different situations, different objects. How do I? Acha, now this is the explanation. Now let us try how many of these we remember now. Why we are again taking it up? As we shared yesterday, first of all, we should become emotionally connected to this chapter. Then only an in-depth study will benefit us. Oh, it is not dealing with Arjuna or Kauravas or Sri Krishna. It is with my very life. Right from the moment I started knowing my life until now, whatever is happening, it has been touched here. All my ups and downs. So if I am made known that it has got to do with my life, then my closeness to Bhagavad Gita become more and more intense. Otherwise, this may also slip into a textual study. We don't want that. Because it is 72, it is in Sanskrit, it is difficult. We can understand. That is why he is making us to go through it again and again and again. A synopsis. Everything we may not remember, something we will remember. So we request all of you to come out 1 point or 2 points. Not the same person. Because when somebody says, you get kindled. Is our request? That we will do that later. First of all, we want what are all the points. First of all, let us try to understand what we have understood, what are the points. We have now detailed 18 points, out of which we are requesting you to come out with 1 point.
Swamiji, life is a changing cycle.
Life is a changing cycle. Right. Okay. Good. Childhood, youth, middle age, old age, disease, death. Yes, then. Just now we said 18, Actions are inevitable. Then.
Repeat one more time. Mind shapes our joy and suffering. Mind shares the joy and suffering.
Mind is defining. Okay. Mind is defining. Yes, then.
Act wisely and safely.
Act
wisely and safely.
Discipline leads to freedom.
Discipline leads to freedom.
Same person. Discipline, correct. Control of senses. Then. Equanimity. Good. Winner.
Swamiji, self is not destroyed.
Self is not
destroyed, Pratnama.
Self is not destroyed.
Right to action and not to the fruits or results.
Right to action and not to the fruits.
Right.
Skill in action is yoga.
Skill
in action is yoga.
Skill in action is yoga. 9.
Swami, peace is the real.
Which is the real?
Peace is the real.
Peace is real.
Peace one. Peace of mind is what we want. Yes, 10.
Desire disturbs me. What? Desire disturbs us.
Desire, anger, delusion, they destroy us. Then, 11. Mere knowledge is not enough. Applied knowledge only is a knowledge. Very good. 12.
Like a tortoise. So we are talking together, we are not able to hear anyone else. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. So we don't.
3 types. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. We have different characteristics. 14.
He doesn't go beyond Gunas.
Be a model for inner master. Be a model for inner master.
Be a model for inner transformation.
Be a model for?
Inner transformation. Inner transformation.
എവിടെ വന്നുള്ളത്? Okay, it's all right. Okay.
What your books is called?
The tortoise function. We withdraw our senses.
It's all right. Okay. Then.
Swami,
Ah.
Swami,
Ah.
the mind is friend or foe? Mind.
Okay. Mind is friend or foe. Then.
Karma, we can't escape karma.
Karma, we can't escape karma. We can't escape karma.
Are karma is inevitable, inescapable. Yeah.
Go beyond the bookish knowledge now.
What?
Go beyond the bookish knowledge.
Bookish knowledge is not.
That covered.
Inaction is also action.
Inaction is also action. That means inevitable, Right? Yeah, just imagine, these are not philosophy. The moment we get up, we keep the bed sheet in a proper place, pillow, and then we move. We go to the stand, we take the brush, we put the paste, go to the wash basin, action. At no time the action, till we retire to bed. We feel certain things as action, certain things as inaction. Actually, the moment you get up, you are doing it, unless physical, debility is there, or physical, suppose we are weak, we can't move about. Then still we have to do something with your hand, something like that. Some action will be there.
Breathing itself.
Breathing itself.
Breathing itself is an action.
So it's like,
Inhalation is also action.
breathing also is an action, correct. Then,
Right for the action, not for the results.
What did you say, Nandima?
You have right for the action.
Not to the results.
so that means we have covered most of the points raised in the second chapter. With that background, now it is still a knowledge, a memory. So now we are trying to go through the examples so that this is that. It is not directly, we cannot correct. We cannot connect the slokas directly to the example because this sloka was given 5,000, 6,000 years ago. We are now in 2025. So it has to be interpreted in the way in which we can understand. Those language we will not be able to. It will be only a bookish knowledge. But when we try to integrate it with the workaday life, it has to be interpreted in that language. Then only we will be able to understand the sloga. So with that, we will now move to the examples. All of you have seen this chart.
It's a little wide, we can't see the full thing.
I will reduce it. You see now, out of the 72, we have picked up about 20 or 21 slogas, but ultimately we have been blessed with 41 examples. Even in a few slogas, we find 2 or 3 examples have come out in this exercise. So the caption, so that we will be, when we undertake this, we first see the clues in the example, shloka, which segment. This is another point. Gita addresses to the different segments: social, personal, professional, student, individual. We have categorized like that. So that means it stretches itself to the different segments of the society. Not only for the people who are in the caves, not only people who wear this, no. It's a man on the field. Gita is addressed to the man on the field, not to any particular segment. So this is the segment. And shloka, one line shloka, then incident, what is the caption of that incident, and then clues. So that when we go through the example and when we go through the chart, we will try to remember. That is the way we are trying to tutor our mind so that the life to be lived, we might be able to stretch it. When once we learn anything, we may fail, but we have learned something. That will be our base from which we will be acting. So this is the chart. And in this 41, we were able to, how far it is right, we don't know. This 41, out of this 41, 9 relates to social life, 12 relate to personal, 6 family, 6 student, 8 professional. That means in all walks of life. Transformation. Where did we, for the sake of newcomers, we will start. The Chambal Valley was once notorious for its ruthless dacoits who ruled the region with violence and fear. Despite relentless efforts by law enforcement, these outlaws remained unyielding. Make it little. What to do now?
Come to go to a view and then click on to width, page width. Press control and reduce it.
That doesn't. Again, little more. Not here.
Yeah, no, go to that mouse is not working. Now, this is probably easily maximized.
Here. Their path of aggression brought neither peace of mind nor freedom from fear, only deeper entanglement in unrest and uncertainty. In 70s, we were remembering when we were passing through this Champal Valley. The police said, don't go. After 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, we would advise. That was the tense situation. And they did not know the other side, because by generation they have been doing it. They were not exposed to the real stream of life. So Vinobaji, so they loot, they kill, and they live. Always terror, they will be under fear, anxiety, uncertainty. Anytime police may come, anytime people may organize. So Vinobaji took the lead of going there, unarmed, made them to think about it. Okay, you cannot escape. What about your younger generation? Should they not join the mainstream of life and peacefully lead their life, bringing out their capacities, capabilities, potentialities? Like that, he was counseling them, and then a group of people came forward and they decided to surrender. This is the background. It was in this turbulent backdrop that Acharya Vinoba Bhave, devoted disciple Mahatma Gandhi and an apostle of non-violence, took a bold and compassionate step. Rather than confront the dacoits with force, he reached out to their hearts, seeking to awaken the dormant goodness within. Because everybody is a child of God. They are not aware, no? It has to be touched and kindled, that goodness. Goodness is godliness, no? Goodness is godliness. With unwavering faith in Atma Bala, the strength of the soul, Vinobaji began a movement to transform rather than punish. In a historic moment in 1960, May, deeply moved by his message of love, repentance, transformation, a group of dacoits voluntarily surrendered their weapons to him. This act marked not merely a surrender of arms, but a surrender of ego and a turning inward, a step towards redefined life. Like Arjuna, who stood helpless and overwhelmed in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, these dacoits too were caught in the crossfire of doubt and despair. Their surrender to Vinobaji mirrored Arjuna's heartfelt plea to Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, shloka number 7. Karpanya dosho magadasvabhava pricchvamitvam dharmasam moda jeta yache yasva nitsitam bruhidanme shishyaste aham shadimam tvam pravannam. My very nature is overcome by faint-heartedness and confusion about my duty. I ask you, what is truly good for me? I am your disciple. I surrender to you. Please guide me. This surrender was not weakness. It was the dawn of inner strength. Following this turning point, with the support of Vinobaji and the Chambal Peace Committee, the reformed dacoits willingly accepted legal consequences and began a journey towards social reintegration. This transformation remains a profound example of how Ahimsa and Atmabala can reform even the hardest of the hearts. It stands as a living commentary on the Gita's message. Real strength lies in self-surrender, inner clarity, and the courage to change one's course towards Shreyas, the higher good. So what was spoken 6,000 years ago, now we can interpret it we can understand it through an example. So that the Gita slowly becomes closer to us. Not a text to be learned by heart and reproduced, but a thing to be lived. In the preamble, the last word, let us begin this journey where the Gita truly begins, chapter number 2. Not just to understand how to live, but to learn how to live well, wisely, and with purpose. From there we go to second. Amit, a young marine engineer, found himself adrift after a prolonged career break. Returning to the job market, he faced an interview with high hopes, only to falter. His technical knowledge had faded, and the panel's questions exposed the gaps. The sting of failure was sharp, and for a moment self-doubt threatened to anchor him in regret. But Amit refused to let sorrow define the journey. Instead of dwelling on what was lost, he enrolled in a rigorous reorientation course. Each day he rebuilt his confidence, mastering the latest developments in his field. The process was humbling but transformative. With renewed skills and a steadier heart, Amit sat for another interview. This time he spoke with clarity and conviction. He was welcomed back into the industry, his career sailing forward with fresh momentum. Clinging to what is gone only clouds our vision. Letting go allows us to move forward with purpose and peace. This understanding is mirrored in the following chapter 2, slogan number 11. Ashochya nanvashodastvam prajnavadam cha bhashase gadasoon agadansooscha nanushocanti pandita. You grieve for those who should not be grieved for, yet you speak words of wisdom. The wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead. When we face setbacks, true insight lies in seeing beyond the immediate disappointment, recognizing that life's flow is not meant to be obstructed by a single failure or loss. Perseverance is the key that transforms setbacks into stepping stones. By steadfastly continuing despite its difficulties, we cultivate resilience and deepen our understanding that no single obstacle can define our journey. Recognizing that life's momentum is greater than any individual failure empowers us to keep moving forward with determination and hope. What Lord Krishna told Arjuna, let us not stick to the textual. Immediately we apply it to our daily life. So you grieve for those who should not be grieved. And yet you speak the words of wisdom. The wise grieve neither for the living nor for the dead. They act. From there we move to inclusiveness. This caption is very important. Transformation, perseverance, and now inclusiveness. One morning, an elderly father, recently affected by mild Parkinson's, joined his son and executive and daughter-in-law for their usual breakfast. While sipping his coffee, his trembling hand caused a few drops to spill into his son's neatly pressed shirt. Instantly, the daughter-in-law reacted sharply. It is high time we consider moving him into an old age home. Her frustration stemmed from concern, but the words stung. The son, caught between roles, stayed silent. Both worked full time, and the father, though now seemed like a logistical burden. They found a well-equipped elder care facility and decided to visit it Sunday. Their 10-year-old son insisted on joining them. After touring the place and agreeing it would suit the elderly man, the child calmly shared his reason for tagging along. I wanted to see this place so that I can keep you both when you grow old. His innocent remark struck like lightning. Silence fell. The truth dawned. Aging is not a misfortune. It's a natural progression. They returned home with tears and humility, apologized to the old man, owing him to care for him with love. In that moment of awakening, the essence of Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, slogan number 13, came alive. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehandara praptihi dhirastatra namukhyati. Just as the soul passes through childhood, youth, and age in the body, so too it moves on after death. The wise are not deluded by this. What the mind resisted, a child's heart revealed. Old age is not an error to be corrected, but a stage to be respected and included. The Gita once again had spoken through the voice of innocence, reminding us that true wisdom lies in embracing every phase of life with inclusiveness, honoring the dignity and value each generation brings. Nowadays, it's mushrooming everywhere, old age homes. Shloka number 14, transient. A devotee's nephew studying in his village was constantly pressured by his alcoholic father to handle all the household chores, sweeping, washing, milking cows, buying vegetables, bringing rations. Overwhelmed and exhausted by this harsh treatment, the boy finally ran away to his uncle's house, seeking relief from his father's torment. His uncle, wanting to help him continue his education, tried to get his transfer certificate from the village school. However, the boy's father, with the help of a government officer, created obstacles and prevented the school from issuing the certificate. As a result, the boy lost a whole year, unable to enroll elsewhere. Despite this setback, his uncle and other relatives encouraged him to return home, endure his father's behavior for a while longer, focus on completing his graduation. Taking their advice, the boy went back, determined to leave the past behind. He managed both his domestic responsibilities and his studies, eventually passing with excellent marks. Later he moved to Bombay and built a successful life for himself. Just as the Gita teaches through chapter number 2, shloka number 14, the boy learned to endure both pain and comfort, not letting temporary hardships distract from his goal. By tolerating difficulties and not being swayed by fleeting emotions, he achieved success, showing us the importance of patience and perseverance in the face of life's ups and downs. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sugadukkada agama paino nityam stam sthidikshasva bharata. O son of Kunti, the contact between the senses and the sense objects gives rise to fleeting perceptions of happiness and distress. They are temporary, coming and going like winter and summer. One must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. Had the boy allowed his worries and hardships to overwhelm him, he might have lost his way. This story reminds us that life's joys and sorrows are transient. We must not get stuck in them, but should persevere and move forward. Each sloga, each example, each caption, we should reflect. Then only the assimilation will take place. If the assimilation does not take place, the purpose of the session will not be served. Nice to hear, that's all, of 1 hour. Beyond that, no. But when we reflect, Papa's, beautiful. We were attracted by Papa's, this one particular. Reflect. The more you reflect, the more you move towards the springs of life. So reflection is the basis, not simply hearing and doing it. Mananam, nididhyasanam. Shravanam, mananam, nididhyasanam. Reflection and assimilation. So hearing, it should be followed by mananam. So when we say, oh, this, what is that? Transformation. Through that clue, we reach this sloga. one more we will. Optimism. Always be optimistic. Once beloved Papa was travelling by train to Rameshwaram with a fellow sadhu. Just 6 miles before the destination, a ticket inspector asked them to alight as they had no tickets. The sadhu began to grumble about having to walk the remaining distance. With his characteristic serenity, Papa gently said, "Brother, one cannot reach Rameshwar entirely by train. A pilgrimage is meant to be walked. By Ram's grace we were carried this far in comfort. Now he wills that we walk the rest. Let us be cheerful. It is all his doing." Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2, sloga number 14, beautifully echoes the same sloga. Agama Paino Nityam. All these things will come and go. He will make us to sit in the straight, he will make us to walk. But don't be perturbed by it. Papa's calm acceptance shows how a devotee transforms inconvenience into an opportunity for gratitude and optimism, enduring the ups and downs of life, unwavering faith in the divine will, with unwavering faith in the divine will. So today we were trying to go through how to live well, no? Again we will, that particular word. Let us begin this journey with the Gita, where the Gita truly begins, chapter number 2. Not just to understand how to live, but to learn how to live well, wisely, and with purpose. So for that now God is providing us, the Lord is providing us. Once He said through the sloga, now He is teaching us through contemporary examples, anecdotes, so that Gita becomes a part of us. Not a text to be kept in the shelf or to revere only. From the shelf to the self, from reverence to relevance. Please keep on going through this. Amazingly, we started with a few. See how we are being guided. 41 examples, in one chapter. So kindly keep on pondering. We are 100% now, we are guaranteed that if you put one step, I will help you. If you don't, I will also not come forward. So when He gave us the prompting, and we heard the prompting, and when we started with absolutely no background, zero background, excepting that we would have heard some discourses by Mahatmas. Beyond that, no. And we don't know Sanskrit. So how do we go through that? But then He gave us this clue. And when we were struggling, it's an uphill task. Every time, in a mysterious way, He will lead us to the sloga, He will lead us to the example. So this is the authority, validity, authenticated. That when once you step in, He will do it. He will do the rest. So with that, let us all plunge into this and derive the maximum benefit of this study. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम। ओम श्री राम जय जय राम। प्रणाम प्रणाम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम हरि ओम
Pranam Swamiji.
हरि ओम प्रणाम प्रणाम
Pranam.
प्रणाम हरि ओम हरि ओम
Namaskaram Swamiji.
नमस्कार नमस्कार।